What is up, guys? Thepigeonreturns Studios, Deploying Infinite, Tommy, whatever you want to call me. And yes, it's happened. 3 years of my channel. Now, honestly, I've made a lot of mistakes. My biggest mistake probably being short battles. I honestly kind of regret doing this series. I wish I would have actually done something better than just arguing with people online. But hey, if it wasn't for short battles, I probably wouldn't really be here where I am today, so either short battles is a huge blessing or a huge curse. It's a huge blessing because I got to be friends with quite a few different people, but it's a curse because it's really the only thing people actually care for on my channel. I mean, sure, I'll do some minor debating stuff, but short battles is just not here. And if there's one truth I know, it's time for the G-fans to end. Oh no. You might be asking, what do you plan on doing next, Pigeon? I honestly don't know what to do, actually. I don't know what I'd make for my future content. It's just, I don't know anymore. A part of me just, like, I don't know. I just want to make more films. Films are just something that's been a big part of my channel. I think that doing more films is going to help. Ooh! Someone's in the chat that I know a lot, and I like a lot. I said hi to her. She's probably one of the best people here. So yeah. Films, they're going to still be a big part of this channel. In fact, I'm actually working on a Star Wars movie as we speak. The next game night, I'm going to be actually filming more of it. I'm going to try to get as much done next week. It's going to be amazing. This Star Wars movie is going to blow your mind. In terms of other films, I really don't know what else to make. I mean, there's obviously going to be, of course, Gigantus 3, the 4th, 5th. How many other Gigantosaurus Rex films we need? Hell, maybe even a crossover between my two giant monster characters that have been a big part of this channel. Maybe crossover between those two. I don't know. I know TKZ would have his mind blown. You know, he big fan of my channel. I really don't know what else really I have in store. And of course, like, there have been hints towards me making a Rampage film, which, yeah, it's pretty much true. And not many people are going to be watching this early, so yeah, for those early people watching, or those who are going to be watching to the beginning of this, congratulations, you found out some information probably not many people will remember. I also do stuff as well, like any film stuff. I have a few ideas for films that aren't exactly monster movie or sci-fi related. Snow NIBBA is here. The reason why I don't even pronounce a partially censored version is because I'm still saying the word, and I don't want people saying, "Oh my god, Pigeon's a racist." Like, I'm actually also going to be doing a bit of acting, if you will. Michael Zillacraft is working on a Spider-Man film, and he wants me to voice Peter Parker. It's going to be like a stop-motion Lego brick film, whatever the hell it's called. But yeah, I'm going to be in it. I don't know what to say. I just hope he doesn't butcher it. Oh, thanks, Cooper. And I do, like, Kaijuzilla and I are kind of forming an idea on this film we want to film during G-Fest about the Godzilla community. I made a little poster thing I showed him. Don't know what he thinks about it, but whatever. I'm going to send it to TKZ because he's probably one of the few people that actually, like, helps me out with content, actually. He helps with audio, and he's just a really cool dude. TKZ is one of the best people in this community, actually. Also, if you're going to help Michael Zillacraft, tell him not to use black bars. Yeah, it doesn't take a genius to realize he hasn't used the quote-unquote black bars in years. So you might be wondering if Short Battle's dead, what do you plan on doing? Well, I might make fan-made death battles. I don't know if I'm gonna actually like fully animate stuff and make full fan-made episodes, but I do plan on posting more of my DeviantArt. I've posted roughly 2 fan-made death battles before, both from last year, and both aren't really the best, but there's gonna be some more. Because I love writing, I love that type of stuff. So you might be wondering, and how come you don't like language class so much? It's because the way that people teach and and they pretty much hold you back on what you can do with your creativity. It's like have you ever like sang during class and then people are like, you could just do that in music class, but then when you realize, oh yeah, I can't do that, you can't express your creativity in school. There are times where you can, but a lot you can't. So yeah, Kaijuzilla is going to be making a film based on the Godzilla community. He wants to film it at G-Fest. Came up with some ideas, or at least some minor ones. I'll have to talk to him about it in private because, man, brainstorming is harder than you think. So, fellow viewers, Short Battles is not going to be there, but other stuff will, like animations. I want to make more animations, films. Films are probably going to be the highlight of my channel, along with live streaming themselves, make some discussion videos, work more on music. I don't know. It's going to be mixed content, the type of stuff I want to make, Oh, 1 second, guys. Someone's down here. All right, guys, there's a bit of a mix-up. My little sister is joining me. Say something, Violet.
Hello.
So yeah, this is my little sister.
This is me.
So she's here. I don't know what's going on anymore. I really don't know what much to say. Cooper Spironic says, when your brainstorm. How many viewers do we have anymore? We have 1 viewer and 2 likes. Are you okay, Violet? Here, here's a hug. No problem, Violet.
You're best friend, girl.
Thanks. Just move this mouse out of the way.
What's a mouse?
Well, mouse actually comes to a few different definitions. Mouse can refer to an animal or this thing, which we use computers to move the little icon around. We can click on stuff.
Now I get it.
And knowing is half the battle. Oh.
Hello.
Do you want to see something, Violet?
Yeah.
It's actually for a film I'm working on. I'm just showing Violet a bit of a film. It seems that she enjoyed it.
Tell me you're the best.
Oh, no problem, Violet.
You're the best.
Here we go.
Tell me.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
So, what do you want to do, Violet, since I'm streaming right now?
Nothing. Just one. Actually, I'm gonna do something.
What are you going to do?
I'm not telling. Only tell me that I'm tired.
Where are you going, Violet?
It's for a tour. Vacation Charlie. I know you're about to ask who's pigs me Charlie. They're my stuffed animals I had since I was like 2 years old. And this is like old. Mine is brand new. Like I think when I was a baby, I used to sit in it. And my parents would push me around.
What?
You just say odd.
No. I said, alright. Wow.
It's where it goes. That. And right and right to the left. Right to the left. To the left. Right to the right. Or side by side. Side by side. Side by side.
Well then. There's gonna be a lot of accomplishments for this year for you fellow viewers. I'm gonna be 16. 16 years old. I thought that'd really happen. I've just been around for so long, even though it's only been 16 years. And honestly, like, oh, just being 16 just makes you feel old, you know? Even if something is a few years old, like 2 or 3 years old, you feel old. And I just feel older.
Guess what? I have my own oven.
Oh.
God, I'm leaving the screen. Whatever it's called. I don't want to like.
Man. I'm not prepared to be 16. And then, like, 2 years later, I'll be an adult. Like, I can't even imagine what will happen by then, you know? I just don't think I'm ready yet. I just feel old. Everyone just is like, oh, you're growing to be so big and all that. And the reality is you're never going to be prepared. You won't ever be prepared for that day when you realize, oh crap, I'm an adult. That means you have all these responsibilities, and people think, well, you're an adult, you're supposed to know. It's like, really, you don't really have the type of training required. I mean, we don't know much going in. There's probably little bits and bobs you'll know, but not much. You can get like advice from people. And eventually, like, you're gonna have to make various decisions, some that can change your life. Like, will I go to, will I be able to go to college? Like, should I go to college? You'll have to make those decisions, because if you don't, then it's gonna screw you over. And you have to get a job, because if you don't have a job for a while, and usually, like, I just hope everything works out. Even if I don't make it to the film industry, I honestly hope that I still have a good life. Because my life has been one hell of a roller coaster. That's a truth. There's just been so much that's happened in my life, and I just hope it works out in the end. And Violet's coming back, actually. 1 second, everyone. Sorry, guys, again, there is another delay. Yada yada.
Here, for the best browser I could have.
Oh, thanks.
He's in my pocket.
Oh man, the disc track is dead.
Hey, look, I'm playing Godzilla games.
So yeah, my 2 viewers left.
What?
Yeah, they left because of the little thing we did.
Delay.
So
But that's okay. We still at least have like 1 or 2 left. Whoa, Tommy!
yeah,
This straw thingamajig, I just blowed it from this side. You hear that?
yeah, cool sound, isn't it?
What's my name? What's my name? If I were that girl in the sentence, I would get in this wagon, and then somebody would push me, and I would say, "What's my name? What's my name? Big of power." One of my favorite songs. Pop.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Big of power.
Gojira Wars 03 asks, what even? Which I reply, I don't know. I don't know who I'll be adding to this call. TKZ probably won't be able to join. Kaijizilla probably is busy. I can't. Kaijizilla hasn't even accepted my invitation on Hangout, so I don't think he'll join me. Who's the other life form with you? That life form is my little sister, Gojira Wars. Violet, say hi.
Hello.
She's 6 years old, from what I remember. Yeah, very energetic. And she will go down face to face with you to prove that she is strong. Kind of adorable, actually. Seeing her just go off and, she definitely has our family's blood. In the way of that she won't go down easily,
Is it Sharpies?
So I'm just going to post a link in the chat. I'm going to be very peculiar. If there's going to be any drama, I will kick said person out. Someone's going to be doing a call event, which is pretty cool. Heck, Gojira Wars joined the Hangouts. He said new figures boil. Yeah, I've heard of new figures, seen pictures of them. They look pretty interesting. I hope the figures are good. I don't know if I'll be able to get them. It's been a while since I've gotten the figure. Oof sound. I mean, I got the Rampage figures recently. Those figures are pretty great. Leonard truly outdid themselves. And I don't mean that as a joke. The figures were actually legitimately good. Apparently, Stefan is streaming. Steven or Stefan or Rick, whatever you call him. He's streaming right now. Even though I don't really watch any of his videos. Michael uploaded a video recently. Let's see how this is due. Michael's intros are incredibly long, actually. They take forever to get over. I'm not gonna lie, this stop motion for Michael's actually one of the best I've seen from him. Well, this isn't actually that bad of a stop motion. This wasn't that bad of a stop motion. Now it's actually relatively enjoyable, especially considering that this is from Michael Zillacraft, who made Storm of Kaiju, which is arguably one of the worst fan films in the community. That was actually pretty impressive. Oh, thanks for your words. We have 3 viewers, everyone. So it probably won't be as long as some of the other streams I've done in the past. I don't know. Gojira Warriors even. Wow, he sent the link to the video saying I'm seeing an oof sound. Oof, oof. Oof. That's still a thing. Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce. Apparently that's become a meme. The top 15's dude. Because how he said in his gossip voice. He sounds like a high school girl gossiping. Like, that's what's kind of made that meme kind of funny because of the way it's supposed to be emotion, but he kind of says it out like a high schooler, gossiping. And that's how he talks pretty much all the top 15 videos, which makes it even funnier. We have 2 viewers now. I mean, it probably is me since I'm using my phone to read the comments or whatever.
Yes.
B E E S T.
S. F. When I go to B and then E.
An S. S, like in school.
Okay. And what's the other one?
T.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
This is gonna take a while. B R O T H E R. So more films to be coming out this year. I mean, cool stuff, I guess. I don't know. What else to say? Right? I think she left. Well then. We have 2 viewers so far. I always check the chat, so I don't know. I just don't want to like accidentally skip out on people. There have been times I've gone a long ways away without checking the chat, and then it's like, holy crap, these people try to talk to me, then I feel a bit bad. Alright, Goodyear Wars 03 sent an image. Oh no, Gojira Wars is trying to start the debate about how powerful Shin Godzilla is. Come on, Gojira Wars. Come on, there's no need to have political debates here. This is supposed to be peaceful. But if you do power scaling, Shin Godzilla really overall isn't too impressive. Like, we're counting Godzillas that can, like, freaking destroy planets or something. Hell, there's even Godzillas that are close to being omnipotent, you know. I'll put the link in the chat again. Elizabeth says, maybe you can tell us a story about me. So, here's a little origin story, if you will. Anyways, I was born, everything was going great, but like, stuff in my brain like the size of a golf ball or something. I nearly died, but not only did the nurses and like the doctors help, but I do believe like with the miracle of God, I survived. the doctors are saying that I wouldn't be who I would be today. I wouldn't be talking. I pretty much wouldn't be anything. I'd essentially just be a disabled vegetable, if you will. But hey, look at me now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
What's
Cooper.
poppin', Bo?
What's crack-a-lackin'?
It's your boy. Don't ask what I'm wearing. Definitely not a villain costume that's gonna be used. Yeah, spoiler. Happy 3 years, Pidge. Wait, I feel like there's something on my back. Oh.
This. Someone's in Chinese. I couldn't finish everything, but flip it over.
Happy 3 years, Pigeon.
Thanks, Violet.
Oh, there's one more thing I need to write. Don't know.
I couldn't have made my YouTube channel without you, man.
Yeah.
You really helped me out.
It's been a long way, Like, both of our channels have grown a lot.
Yeah. Mine's still getting to the 150 mark.
Yeah, good luck on that.
Yep, getting there. 3 more.
Hey, Tom. Now I'm. Look on the bottom of. It says X's and O's.
Aww.
Yeah, my little sister's pretty nice.
This is so powerful.
Not that nice, but nice. Not that nice.
I'm holding back.
Go super fast.
Be careful.
Challenge accepted.
I just burned my eye. You did it.
I'm holding back here. This is so powerful. Boy, shut your son up. Never mind, I just cried. Fastest meme reaction ever. Reenact. You know you want. Sorry. Still can't get over that kid I hired in Cooper Interviews episode 1. Now that I think about it, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. He's running his own party now called Dreamcatcher. Hiring him for Cooper's Thepigeonreturns Studios is probably not a good idea. Silence. That is what fell over the crowd that day. I should go get my iconic hat, but not really. Nah. Now I bet you're wondering what entire nation's dis. I just came up with a new villain. I call him General Lockjaw. He's gonna have like this thing that has 2 fangs coming out of it. You can guess why he's named that then. And the actual one who will be wearing it is my brother, who is off camera right now. He does not like to have his face shown, so I thought, why not have a better role than the villain costumes that will actually cover his face.
Yeah, I can understand that. Some people don't like having their faces be shown. In fact, when I'm streaming with the game night crew, one of the members who's there in the first night doesn't like his face being shown because of privacy reasons. Even though he literally went on screen during a review of The Last Jedi as the shirtless Kylo Ren. Like, he walked up to the camera, but when we told him that we were streaming, he ran upstairs.
Look, that's hilarious. Speaking of which, did you know it was actually MatPat who ruined The Last Jedi for everyone?
Well, it's not necessarily the fans that... It's not necessarily MatPat. I just feel as though MatPat's a bit egotistical. Though he, like...
Oh, I actually got one for now. Stay hydrated, and don't do drugs, and never, ever, ever eat the yellow snow, people. Alright? Going silent.
The right minds would eat yellow snow.
Do not eat the yellow snow.
Alright.
Do you know how we played against Sonic?
No.
Oh.
No. So anyways.
You know it? And you're not like, well,
Well, I'm not real. I don't think I'm not. I'm trying to talk to you. So, anyways, throughout my life, I was just kind of there. I mean, I made friends, but I was having bully issues. So I've converted to a private school, and the first few years of me being in the private school was absolute horribleness. I mean, I was getting bullied every day. Kids were using me like for my emotions, yada yada, using me. It got to the point where my parents didn't even want me to talk when I got back home from school in the car because they didn't want to hear me ramble about everything. But yeah, life's gotten better. The guy who made my life miserable left. My life's been getting better, made more friends. One of my biggest accomplishments was 2015, February 1st. Here's a friend of mine. His name is John. Not going to reveal his last name for privacy issues. John's been a big friend of mine for years. And he was working on a series called Rocket Monsters. And we originally tried to have a Kickstarter for it, but the thing is nobody donated anything. So we decided to make a little stop motion to show people on YouTube, hey, this is who we are, this is what we want to do. Was it successful? Not really. It only has 200 views as it's gotten for the past 3 years, mainly because people who've probably been on my channel have like, oh, what's this kid's first video like, you know? Probably watch it for nostalgic reasons. Yeah. I made more videos. I made short battles, a decision that I want to praise, but yet regret. It's gotten me a long way. My life's been a big roller coaster, many sad events, but the internet's kind of been keeping me be the person who I am today. Been making more films. Around August, I made the biggest change in my channel, and that is introduce the Gigantosaurus character again. A character who I made back in 5th grade. Gigantosaurus Rex was made because I forgot that there was going to be an art homework assignment due. We could really do anything pretty much back then in elementary school. So out of paper, a pen, colored pencil, and some tape, I made Gigantosaurus Rex. I lost the original thing because it's literally made out of paper, notebook paper, and it wasn't really put together that well. So it kind of broke apart throughout time. So yeah, later on, I remembered him, wanted to do more with him. Was planning on this huge film that I wouldn't shut up about back then. Eventually canceled it because I got bored, and plus, there's just so much I couldn't do at the time. But around August, I finally released it, but it's like a new version, if you will. Made a sequel. I actually made 2 sequels. There's more to come. There's just a lot I feel like I can do with the character. Yada, boom, that's... I'm done. Nowadays, I'm just kind of... I feel like I'm kind of like Luke in The Last Jedi. I'm just a bit sour with the kids and with a few of the kids in my class. Whenever they're being annoying, I pretty much tell them to shut up. But not too severely. I don't want to be too rude, but just enough so they're like, hey, you need to stop being this. I try to help out whoever I can. Try to give off advice. I try to help out. Try to help my friends out. Even for people who kind of annoy me, I try to be nice to them. I try to help them out. Give them advice. I'm mainly active on Google Hangouts and Instagram. I use Twitter every so often, and I pretty much visit Google Plus pretty much daily. So, more content in the future is going to be film related. as I said before, maybe animations, discussion videos, music videos. Not necessarily music videos, but just music. I actually really don't know what much to talk about. I just kind of gotten off what I wanted to say. I've gotten what I need to say off my chest. So, I might make another video where it's just myself talking about The Last Jedi, because I was kind of discussing it previously with. So I'm just gonna kind of review it here. I might make a separate video about it, but just for now. The Last Jedi was it's very mixed bag for me. There's some stuff that's good, but a lot of stuff that's just bad. And people were like, well, you have to take off your nostalgia in order to appreciate it. You have to see it more. And it's like, that's not really how watching sequels work. When you watch a sequel, you expect it to be on a similar level to the previous ones. And no, you can't really replace that as the original trilogy. You can still have a damn fine movie. Look at Rogue One, for example. This film wasn't even supposed to be like all the other Star Wars movies. Yet it was just as good as the original trilogy films. The Force Awakens. J.J. Abrams, though he copied so much from A New Hope, he still made it a good film. Well, it's good at it's a good movie if you don't look at it like a Star Wars movie. It's like, no. Because I enjoyed The Force Awakens as a Star Wars movie. It's on that level of the original trilogy, so why would a sequel that's supposed to be the darkest and the best of them all, the worst we've had from Disney so far? Now shoot me down, but I think The Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars movie we've gotten from Disney so far. Not the worst Star Wars movie of all time, not gonna kill the franchise, though I do think that Star Wars is a relatively dead brand. I mean, the thing that keeps Star Wars marketing around is porks and some other stuff that's popular for a brief moment. But Star Wars is more kind of a dead brand at this point. And the weakest part of The Last Jedi was Luke. I'm gonna say it right here, right now. Luke was one of the worst. Was one of the characters they butchered the most in terms of the original trilogy. Even as Mark Hamill himself said, I fundamentally disagree with virtually everything you've chosen for my character. And that's how I feel about Luke. Why have you turned the most optimistic character into a whiny character just for the sake of storytelling? Well, you're upset because it wasn't like how it was in Legends. I don't even read Star Wars Legends. Yet I know that they didn't do justice to Luke. I haven't read the Legends books. I haven't read the Extended Universe. I haven't gotten into that. It hasn't been recently until I've been getting into Star Wars lore. I mean, I've been a fan, but like I really didn't know much of it. Only got little snippets of it from my dad back then, and some of the older movies. Even I could tell that they didn't do Luke justice. And in the script for The Force Awakens, they said that Luke knew who Rey was. He looked at her with like a happy but yet sad expression. He's like, "Oh, then this means that there's going to be something serious happening. Like, what's he going to do once he gets a lightsaber?" So he takes the lightsaber, has it in his hands, looks down. You're curious on what's going to happen. You just toss it aside. Like, that's the type of crap I probably see in Robot Chicken or on Family Guy, Saturday Night Live. Parodies. It's more of a parody. It's like, what? We've been waiting over 2 years just for a little slapstick joke? Like, really? Now, don't get me wrong, Mark Hamill did a fantastic job, even though, as he said before, he disagrees with everything they've chosen for Luke. He still does a good job with Luke. You just kind of have to think of him as another character, because that's not the Luke we've grown to know for years, And of course, there's the flying Leia. Like, really? That was probably by far one of the weakest scenes. Like, you think, what's Kylo gonna do? And, when it finally blasts the ship, and you see Leia floating, you think, and she starts to freeze up, you think, though her death was sad, it's kind of a fitting end, She did what she did best. But then she starts flying, like, what? Well, she's using the Force, She's a Jedi, she's a Skywalker. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, in my opinion. Like, sure, I love the idea of introducing new things to the Force, but having a character fly like Superman and not being affected by a open space vacuum, along with space in general, is a bit redundant. Well, she passed down to a coma, just so for the sake of storytelling. They've changed so many of the characters just for the sake of storytelling. I mean, you had Poe Dameron, though a bit of an arrogant pilot, he's still a really good man. They make him out to be the villain in a way. They make him out to be reckless in this new movie. It's like, what? He sacrifices roughly 60 lives just to save many, many more. He's played out to be the villain of the story. Like, what? Then we had the whole casino scene where Cantabite, whatever it's called, where it's against capitalism, but it's kind of ironic, since Disney literally is capitalism and capitalizes off of things. And if you've been paying attention, Disney's just buying all these companies, and yet they're like, capitalism is bad, using animals is bad. And it's stupid. That whole Cantabite scene was completely pointless to the film. Along with the Rose character, like, it was going to be Poe originally. It pretty much confirmed that was going to be Poe, but then they pretty much confirmed that the reason why they had Rose is because they can have larger demographics. So, make more money because, China. Like, China's like one of the biggest, like, once you appeal to the box office in China, you're making millions. And though it was a brilliant idea, China has had enough of Star Wars The Last Jedi. They even removed it from theaters. Like nearly a month, they got rid of it. I don't know how long ago they got rid of it, but they got rid of it really soon compared to most theaters. And there were good scenes in The Last Jedi. I still think it was an enjoyable film, but it's definitely so far the weakest Star Wars film we've had from Disney. Not as bad as Phantom Menace, not as bad as Attack of the Clones, but it's not that strong of a film. It can't really support itself on what it wants to be. We've had hints that this film was going to be incredibly serious and dark, but yet the humor was just there. They blab about humor, humor. Though there is funny jokes, it is funny at points. Some of the jokes did give me a good little chuckle. So much of it was just forced. And I think that Abrams... No. Apparently, Disney had no direction for the new Star Wars movie. They had no direction for The Last Jedi. It was a bit of a bummer, yeah, but no. Now, there are good scenes, like the whole Luke versus Kylo battle and crate thing. That was awesome. That was by far one of the best scenes in the film, especially the music. John Williams, like, even if it's not a good movie, John Williams' music can make up for so much of that. He is simply a genius. He is simply ahead of his time. Like, when Luke, like, started approaching the Imperial Walkers, like, the dun, 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 dun. It was like, oh crap, Luke is in action. After, what, nearly 40 years, we see Luke again? You know, he approaches the Imperial Walkers. They just start blasting at him, and you think, ooh. And he, like, walks through, and you think, and there's two ideas I have in my mind. One, he's become so powerful in the Force that just he doesn't feel the concept of pain anymore. Or he's going to deflect all of them. You think, oh, he's going to do that. But he never ends up, but it really doesn't bother you. And when, like, Kylo, like, goes through with the lightsaber, and then starts, like twice he, like, hits him with the lightsaber, it's like, I was thinking, ooh, Luke doesn't feel the concept of pain. It's going to be that. Luke is just going to be so powerful in the Force. And then it's a Force projection. In which I think, oh, that's interesting. That's a pretty interesting concept. Apparently they've worked on the other stuff, which is now canon. There's this one Star Wars page called All Star Wars. He's like, this isn't a completely new concept. This has been featured before. And he gets into arguments with his own followers about The Last Jedi. So Luke, it turns out Luke is still an Octu, Force projecting himself. And using up his energy for that. Falls to the ground. Then you hear the theme that we all recognize. As he climbs up a rock. And just starts looking off out in the distance. As two suns start to set. And then becomes one with the Force. And when I saw the movie in theaters, I saw the two suns. He's like, oh crap, they're referencing it. Two suns, the biennial sun set. You know, that's such an iconic part. And the clothes dropper is like, oh, I was pissed. It's like, what? They killed off Luke Skywalker. They killed off the most iconic character in the saga. They killed off Luke. It's like, what? What? And then it's like, Rey and Leia was like, oh, I felt it. It's like, really? And then we had the stupid end. Like, it would have been more fitting if the movie ended off on that. On a true emotional scale. And I think it would have worked well if it ended off like that. Where after Luke's clothes fade to the ground, Luke just fades, becomes one with the Force, his clothes drop. It would have been fitting if they cut it off afterwards. That's where the movie ended. We find out there's still hope. But nope. The Millennium Falcon flies away, and we cut back to the Cantabite planet. And, you know, it's funny, because after all the, propaganda about capitalism and animal use, you know, using animals, it's funny because they show slave children. They didn't free the slave children, which I think is really ironic. that, you know, after all this messaging for like left side things, how they didn't even bother freeing the kids. So you see a kid, you know, working, you know, the legend of Luke is already spread for some reason, which is funny because it's already only taken place on one planet. So it's really weird how all of a sudden literally everyone knows now. And the guy yells at the kids run away, you know. Now this kid uses the force to grab a broomstick like a lightsaber. And it was stupid. Like, what? Now, this is obviously hinting towards Rian Johnson's new trilogy, which is not going to even relate to the Skywalkers anymore, which... like, I don't think Rian Johnson should be allowed to make Star Wars movies anyone. So he takes... The kid holds a broomstick and it cuts off there. It's like, what? I left the theater and I... mixed emotions. And I think my dad for a while had mixed emotions. Myself... there's a feeling of me liking it, and there's a feeling of me feeling disappointed. Well, you expected too much. No, I expected them to do better, though. I thought Rian Johnson would fulfill a lot, but I thought he'd do really well, but he really didn't. I don't think Rian Johnson did a good job on a Star Wars movie. I think that they should have let Abrams do it, or if not, have other directors who have directed better movies, have a better track record of big projects. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed by The Last Jedi. But on the same hand, it's not like I'm going to be making videos being like, ooh, this movie sucks, ooh, this movie sucks, it's the worst we've gotten. It's not going to be like but it's not going to be like I'm going to be praising and being like, this is the best thing we've gotten in years. The movie obviously has its flaws, but it's still enjoyable.
This one is Birmingham brownies. This is a Valentine's Day one. You can have the other half because apparently I wanted the Birmingham brownies and I wanted this brownie. So there's both 2 in 1, and I was like, Tommy must like these.
Thank you.
Because it's one of those things that have cake and then it has the filling in there. This is Birmingham brownies. They have little dots on them. Try this one. I love those. They're really good. That's yours.
Thank you. So you might be wondering, like, where's my final thoughts on The Last Jedi? It's a mixed bag. And honestly, I can see why, like, people say that they loved The Last Jedi. I can see why people say they absolutely hated it. And I'm still very split on how I feel about it. I might have to see it again, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure it's not in theaters anymore. Or it's not going to be in theaters in a little bit. But there's plenty of, like, leaks of stuff. So overall, I'm very mixed. So, since no one is joining, and plus the stream's kind of dead, I'm going to be ending it off where it is right now. So, I might make another one in a few hours, like an hour or two. Hope you guys enjoy yourselves. I'll see you later. Peace.